I am grateful, just so you know, for my channel, for myself, all the level of information I have acquired up until now. Whatever evolution I have made up until now, all the bullshit that I've experienced in my life. I'm grateful for the people I've met. And I'm more geared this coming year to meet people in person. That's a main goal I have. Because the thing is, it's not the same listening to a video and then you may have a question. It's not the same that you interact with somebody. You know how many religious people I actually started to interact with and became friends with? How many religious people I can actually say they're my friend, okay? Yet they have totally different beliefs. We've been able to have conversations about our different perspectives and points of view. But both parties able to build on that information, because that's nothing but a version of you. And the thing is that every time somebody can present something to you, you can believe your perspective so much that you will see your reality in that way. You will start to attract information, people, places, and things to support your claim. And it would look very, very, very credible. Round earth, flat earth, religion. Ask questions all the way until you don't have anything that actually holds water. So you know why you're the truth? Because your body's made of water. You hold water. So you are the truth. Everybody else that I'm observing holds water. They are the truth. But most of the shit they present is not coming from them. It's coming from somebody else's indoctrination. Where did that start from, though? Where did that concept or perception of reality come from for them to be able to preach that level of information in the way they do? Where did it come from? Where was it at? Books? You can refer to books, ancient masters, right? Where did they get it from? These ancient masters are me. These gurus are me. Energy never dies, right? It can only be transferred or transmuted. So if these masters died, right? How do you channel that energy to you to be able to have an understanding and a grasp of their perspective? Can you align with an energy to show you a perspective that would be hard to put into words? Just like a fucking mushroom. You take a mushroom, you will have the experience of that mushroom. But when you start to understand that you are the truth, then you will align with things of that vibration that will show you your truth. And it may even be a person that pisses you off, a trigger. That's your truth. Yet you may look at that person and judge them and be like, oh fuck, how the fuck did I attract this motherfucker in my life? That's your truth, though. I hope all these things are easy to understand. I'm trying to make it as clear as possible, or how I'm thinking of it. But I'm actually pretty tired of the games, the manipulation, all the bullshit that happens out here. You know, like what I see as what vibrates. And here's the thing. I'm experiencing a reality through a vessel that's full of systems. And these systems are designed to work in harmony with the organic systems outside of me. All other systems in play are nothing but altered systems. Inorganic systems. Like the religious system. In nature, Everything's just flowing, right? Everything's flowing. Whatever's stagnant tends to rot. You listen to altered levels of information from altered systems. You form belief systems. That's a religion, because religion means to bind. Relegare. Liga. Bind. So if you start to experience your reality in a way where you hear certain things, observe if you have cognitive dissonance, observe if the chatter in your mind starts to debate, because that's what happens when you listen to a video at times and you don't agree with the person. You're already debating the information in your mind. You're not even listening anymore. Now you're just hearing noises, because you're only listening to what's in your head. But why did it trigger you? And the thing is, why do you only listen to the debater that decided to speak in your mind? Why the system is designed as a reflection of how your systems are designed. See, if you look at the systems in nature, right? They're all working in harmony to thrive, to survive, the same way your body does, right? You have the systems outside of you, secret societies, occult societies, black and white magicians, all the shit that you see out here, all right? When they're polarized, is exactly how your ego is. Your ego stands right in front of the organic systems, okay? The ego, okay, was created from these systems that were altered. See, what's the difference between an ego and a personality? Why do we say animals, all animals have different personalities? So I have 3 cats. Each one of them are very different. They each have their own personality. But do they have an ego? Ego, I see the word geo. So when you have the organic, geographical system of looking at it, an ego could be the altered perspective of reality. And reality is subjective. See, a lot of these things sometimes may sound confusing, but at the end of the day, when you have a realization, like the non-dual people talk about, that really there's nothing going on out here. But the thing is I'm not hearing it the way I understand it. I'm not hearing it like that. That's why I'm not closed-minded to what they're doing. But also the way they present it. It's hard to understand it. It's hard. But it doesn't take you watching videos. It takes you interacting with one of these people to get an idea of what it is that's going through their mind. You can ask questions and answer each other. Build on the conversations. Based on what you know, you can ask anybody else, including a religious person. Ask them questions. They may tell you something. They may ask you a question. You can ask until you guys come to a solid conclusion where you can actually agree to disagree. And realize that you're both just indoctrinated. But you won't come to that conclusion that you realize you're indoctrinated. You'll just say, nope, we agree to disagree. I'm right. And the other person's saying I'm right. You're both mirrors of each other, saying you're right, but you don't know shit. That's why I realize the more and more I listen to certain people, even religious folks, I'm like, I don't know a goddamn thing. I don't know shit. Can you really know everything there is to know in this lifetime? In one lifetime? Could you know every single little thing there is to know? With the way this system is designed to keep you occupied, having to go to work, deal with family? Could you actually say, well, I'm going to dedicate my life to knowledge? You would have to dedicate a whole life to knowledge, to figure out and think you know everything there is out here. Which is why it's just as easy as going within and having the realization of who and what you are. Does an animal like a cat know it's a cat? It's just living life. So what is out here? It's just life expressing itself in whatever way you see it. Why be ashamed of anything that anybody thinks? Why care about how anybody express? See, that's why I'm not judging how people express themselves. It's just that I don't believe humanity or society is ready to see beyond that. They see that first. So you have to present yourself a certain way for people to take you serious, right? Because what is real? What is real? I mean, I just want to know, you know? I just want to know. But the more I can actually sit with myself, I start to realize that I'm in a dream. I've had moments where I could just sit there in meditation. And I could be there for... I lose perception of time. I mean, I can be there for 30 minutes and it felt like I was there for a much longer period of time. You know? I lost perception of time. Where in an instant, if you become lucid in a real deep state of meditation and you think about your life here, like your family, your friends, your pets, your house, it feels exactly like it does when you're in a dream and you wake up from your dream, when you wake up out of bed and you think about your dream and it feels kind of cloudy. That perception of what you live here feels exactly like that. Just like it's just a memory. It's just cloudy. It's not concrete. It's not solid anymore. It's just an idea. And that's when I realized that this is all me. This is how we are all one. Because the moment I get out of my bed in the morning and I had a dream, let's say of 100 people, who had that dream? I did. They were all in my head. Regardless of who was in my dream, they're all me. Regardless of the situations, whether it was bad or good, a bad or a good experience, it was all about me. So I went into a state of meditation where in an instant, I thought about this and it just felt like that, like just an idea. It wasn't solid. I had a dream with my son and I was in a game, okay? Like Squid Games, but we were climbing up buildings, which is freaking weird. And my son is 9 years old, but in the dream he was keeping up with me and we were competing against other people, and in the dream we won. We won. And we made it all the way to the top, and I had a feeling of happiness up until the point where the controllers of the game said, just like in Squid Games, only one of you can enjoy this wealth, the riches. We got a lot of fucking money. And in the dream it meant I had to actually get rid of my son. I had to kill my son. Now, the funny thing is that in my dream, I was contemplating on killing my son. And then here, when I think about it, I'm like, hell fucking no. I would not even think twice to think like that. But then you know what happened in my dream? Where I was already contemplating on killing my son. My son was, you know, hugging me and telling me that we're going to enjoy let's get a big house. When I get bigger, you know, he's going to drive a car with me. And in that instant, something broke within me. I almost felt like crying. Like it was just the most saddest thing I think I've ever felt. And I start to ask, like, why the fuck did I dream this shit? You know? He was just so happy that we both I don't even know if I'm gonna post this shit. But it was just it was a weird dream. And then it has me questioning why in my dream I felt like I was gonna do that. And then I wouldn't think twice to do that here at all. You know what I'm saying? But this is a dream. And if I would have killed him in my dream, I would have woke up here and he would have been sound asleep in his bed. But I've had many dreams with my son where we've been in good situations, bad situations. One dream, it was weird, but I dreamt we were homeless, right? And we were sleeping in the sidewalk. But we were sleeping and I was keeping him warm and I was cuddling with him, right? And then I remember that a couple of my friends that I know that they're very wealthy, they live in California, you know? They walked toward me and I was like, whoa, what the fuck? You know, and I felt, I was ashamed, you know? Very ashamed because these people always had high expectations of me. They said, man, you're the type of person that, you know, with your charisma, your looks, your personality, the way you do things, you could fucking take over this world. They always told me that shit. They always told me that. They always had me in a high position, you know? And I don't need anybody decoding my dreams. I know what my dreams mean. And I'm actually putting information out that I don't even need to put out, you know? I'm just kind of... Again, these videos are for me. Records for me to look back, like journaling. Because I write journals, but I also like to have these things on video. You know, because I can have a more understanding of this stuff. But, I mean, we'll talk soon.